Guys, welcome to 2023. Listen, I want to ask you a question. Does fear and anger occupy your mind too much? You know, I know for myself, that's something that I struggle with from time to time. I think we all do. But an unbelievable antidote for fear and anger is gratitude. And we have to learn to be grateful. I don't think it's something that comes easy. I know it doesn't come easy for me. Often what happens is we get very good at telling ourselves stories in our mind that feed fear and anger. It's almost like they've come into our mind and we set up a beautiful fireplace for them. We're sitting around and we're telling ourselves these stories that just kind of feed the fear and the anger. But we need to get incredibly good at telling ourselves different stories, having a different perspective, a different mindset, a different attitude that kicks fear and anger out of our mind and instead invites gratitude. Gratitude is the antidote to the fear and anger, right? It doesn't allow them. It's like if we have gratitude going on in our mind, it doesn't allow the roommates of fear and anger to come in. So it's so incredibly important, guys, because listen, can we love from fear and anger? You know, God calls us to love. We're supposed to love our neighbor as ourselves, right? We got to love ourselves. We got to love our neighbor. We can't do that when we have fear and anger occupying our mind. We have to turn that. We have to boot it out and let gratitude come in, because from gratitude, we can then love others. From gratitude, we can also feel a peace, an inner peace, maybe a joy inside of us from that attitude of gratitude. But we can't do it with fear and anger. And listen, it is very, very hard. It's not easy, right? It's much easier for our brain somehow to, I don't know, like the stories of fear and anger, right? It kind of like, it digs into it, but it's almost like the gratitude stories of things we tell ourselves. When we begin to tell ourselves those stories, it's like fear and anger just knocking on the door. Sometimes it's almost like they're knocking harder, right? They're like, no, tell yourself this story. This is a better story. And we can't do that. So it takes practice. It takes tremendous practice to move from the fear and anger to an attitude of gratitude. But listen, it's something I need to change in 2023, and I'm challenging you to do the same as well. That's practice. Let's work hard at telling ourselves different stories, moving away from the fear and the anger and living more in gratitude, so then we can love ourselves and we can begin to love others as we should. Thanks for watching, guys.